Of chasing people? Of always being the one who puts in all the effort only to get nothing in return? What if I told you there's a better way? The Stoics understood this. They knew that true power comes not from pursuing, but from mastering the art of drawing others in without saying a word. If you're ready to stop chasing and start attracting, stay with me, because in this video, I'll show you how Stoic wisdom can help you become a magnet for the right people effortlessly. But before we dive in, I need one small favor. Make sure to subscribe to Mindful Stoicism and hit that bell icon. Together, we can continue unlocking the secrets to living a more peaceful, powerful life. 1. The power of detachment. Detachment is one of the most liberating principles you can adopt, and in the Stoic worldview, it's a cornerstone of inner peace and strength. In our modern society, people are conditioned to chase validation, approval, and love from external sources. We are constantly told that success and happiness depend on how others perceive us, or how much we are liked. But what if the key to truly drawing others in lies not in chasing them, but in letting go? The Stoics believed that the root of much of our suffering comes from attachment to people, outcomes, and even our desires. When we are emotionally tethered to things we cannot control, we set ourselves up for disappointment. By practicing detachment, we free ourselves from this emotional turmoil, allowing ourselves to regain inner peace and mental clarity. In the context of relationships, detachment plays a vital role. Whether it's in a romantic relationship, friendship, or even a professional setting, desperation and neediness push people away. When we are constantly seeking approval or trying to force outcomes, it becomes emotionally exhausting for both parties. People can sense when they are being pursued too intensely, and often this makes them pull away. Detachment, on the other hand, fosters a sense of calm and confidence, which in turn makes you more attractive and compelling. So, what does it mean to be detached? Detachment doesn't mean that you don't care about anything or anyone. It's not about becoming cold or indifferent. Instead, it's about releasing the need to control or cling to the outcomes. As Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and a leading Stoic thinker, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In other words, detachment is about focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and reactions, and letting go of the rest. When you detach from needing validation, you begin to find strength within yourself. You become comfortable with who you are, regardless of whether or not others approve. This inner confidence naturally draws people in. People are magnetically attracted to those who don't seek external validation, because they sense a rare form of security and independence. Moreover, detachment allows you to maintain emotional balance. When you're not attached to specific outcomes, you can handle rejection, disappointment, or failure with greater ease. You understand that these are just temporary occurrences and that they don't define your self-worth. As a result, you approach relationships and life with a calm demeanor, which makes you even more attractive to others. They see you as someone who is steady, resilient, and not easily shaken by circumstances. In relationships, practicing detachment doesn't mean withdrawing emotionally or not investing in the connection. It means showing up fully in the moment without being attached to the other person's response or future actions. This non-attachment fosters mutual respect, as the other person doesn't feel pressured to meet your expectations or needs. Instead, they are free to approach the relationship on their own terms, often leading them to invest more deeply. By embracing detachment, you not only protect your inner peace, but also create an environment where others are naturally drawn to you. They sense your emotional stability, and in a world full of uncertainty and neediness, that is irresistibly attractive. 2. Cultivate inner strength. The foundation of true attraction, according to Stoic philosophy, is inner strength. While many people focus on external factors like appearance, wealth, or social status, Stoicism emphasizes the power of mastering oneself from within. Inner strength is a magnet that draws others in, not because you seek attention, but because your presence exudes a quiet confidence that people are naturally drawn to. It's the kind of strength that comes from self-discipline, emotional control, and resilience, making you stand out in a world filled with chaos and unpredictability. One of the key lessons from Stoicism is that real power comes from within. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, famously said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." What this means is that true freedom and strength are rooted in our ability to control our emotions, desires, and reactions to the world around us. When you're able to master yourself, your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you become unshakable. People sense this calmness and are drawn to it, seeking your company because they admire your resilience and inner fortitude. Inner strength is not just about controlling emotions, though. It's about being able to stand firm in your values and principles, no matter what the external circumstances are. In today's world, people are often swayed by trends, peer pressure, and the desire to fit in. But those who cultivate inner strength, guided by Stoic principles, stand like a rock in a storm. They are not easily moved by the opinions of others or by the ever-changing tides of society. This steadfastness in character is rare, and it's what makes you attractive. People admire those who are unwavering in their beliefs and values. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius believed that focusing on your inner development is key to attracting the right kind of people into your life. As he said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Rather than seeking validation from others, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. When you work on your inner growth, whether it's developing mental strength, honing emotional resilience, or cultivating a deep sense of self-worth, people will naturally be drawn to you. They'll notice the calm, composed way you handle challenges, the quiet confidence you carry, and the strength that doesn't need to be boasted about. Moreover, cultivating inner strength isn't just about building mental or emotional fortitude, it's also about physical strength and discipline. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-discipline in all areas of life, including the body. When you work on your physical health, through consistent exercise or mindful practices like meditation, you are showing respect for yourself. This discipline translates into a sense of purpose and balance, which others notice. They're drawn to your energy, your vitality, and your clear sense of control over your own life. Ultimately, inner strength is magnetic because it's genuine. It's not about putting on a facade or trying to impress others. It's about quietly doing the work to improve yourself, knowing that you don't need anyone's approval to validate your worth. This authenticity makes you stand out, and it's what draws others toward you, naturally and without effort. By focusing on cultivating inner strength, you become the kind of person who doesn't need to chase others, because they'll come to you, seeking the calm and strength that you carry within. 3. Embrace silence and patience. In a world that thrives on noise and instant gratification, silence and patience have become rare and underappreciated virtues. Yet, these are two of the most powerful tools you can use to draw people in and cultivate inner peace. When you embrace silence and patience, you project an air of mystery, control, and confidence that naturally attracts others. More importantly, these traits are deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, offering a timeless approach to handling relationships and life itself. The power of silence. Silence is not just the absence of words, it's a form of presence. In a conversation or social setting, many people feel the need to fill every pause with chatter or to speak loudly to gain attention. But Stoics teach us that true strength lies in knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. Silence allows you to listen more intently, observe the world around you, and process situations before reacting. It creates a space for reflection, enabling you to make decisions rooted in reason rather than emotion. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, emphasized the importance of restraint in speech. He advised that we should speak only when necessary and with purpose, for words lose their power when used carelessly. By embracing silence, you create an aura of mystery, which can be incredibly magnetic. People are drawn to those who don't feel the need to broadcast every thought. Silence suggests that you are secure enough in yourself that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Moreover, silence gives you the upper hand in many situations. When you're silent, you control the narrative because you're not revealing everything all at once. This restraint often leads people to respect you more, as they see you as someone who doesn't seek approval or validation through words. Instead, you allow your actions and presence to speak for themselves. The art of patience. Patience is equally powerful, though often overlooked in today's fast-paced world. People crave immediate results, whether in relationships, careers, or personal growth. However, Stoicism teaches that true mastery over life requires patience. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "No great thing is created suddenly." This is true for relationships, personal success, and emotional growth. When you are patient, you understand that timing is everything. You're not in a rush to force outcomes or push people into your life. Instead, you trust that things will unfold as they should, and in their own time. This patience gives you a calm, centered energy that others find appealing. It shows that you are not desperate or overly eager, qualities that can often repel people. Instead, you wait with confidence, knowing that the right people and opportunities will come to you when the time is right. Patience also reflects emotional resilience. When things don't go your way, or when people don't respond as quickly as you'd like, patience keeps you grounded. You don't react impulsively or let frustration take over. Instead, you maintain your composure, knowing that setbacks are temporary and that persistence will eventually lead to success. Silence and patience in relationships. When it comes to relationships, whether romantic or platonic, silence and patience play crucial roles. You don't need to constantly chase or seek validation. By being silent at the right moments, you allow the other person to come to you, to wonder about your thoughts and feelings. And with patience, you give the relationship the time and space it needs to develop naturally, without forcing it. In essence, silence and patience are your allies in life and relationships. They reflect confidence, emotional stability, and self-control qualities that not only make you more attractive, but also lead to a more peaceful, fulfilling life. 4. Focus on your purpose, not on them. One of the most powerful principles in Stoicism is shifting your focus from external validation to internal purpose. The Stoics believed that true contentment comes from aligning with your own values and goals, rather than seeking approval or attention from others. When you prioritize your personal growth and purpose, rather than obsessing over how others perceive you, you'll not only find peace within yourself, but also notice that people are naturally drawn to your strength and authenticity. At its core, Stoicism teaches us that the only thing within our control is our own actions, thoughts, and attitudes. External circumstances, including other people's opinions, behaviors, or feelings, are outside our control. By focusing on these external elements, we become trapped in a cycle of worry and disappointment, constantly chasing after things that we cannot influence. However, when we reframe our mindset to concentrate on our own purpose and development, we reclaim our power. We no longer depend on others for validation or fulfillment. Instead, we find that by living with intention, we naturally become more attractive to others. Imagine this. When you pour your energy into your personal goals and passions, you are like a fire burning brightly. People are drawn to that light, not because you are trying to make them notice, but because they are inspired by the clarity and drive you possess. When your actions are aligned with your purpose, there's a certain magnetism that comes with it. Others will be curious, and in many cases, they will want to be part of that journey because they sense your inner confidence and determination. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics, once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. be one. Quote encapsulates the idea that we shouldn't waste energy on trying to prove ourselves to others. Instead, we should focus on living our truth, striving to be the best version of ourselves. When you are fully immersed in your own mission, whether that's improving your skills, learning new things, or pursuing a passion, you are less concerned with what others think of you. Ironically, it is in this state of nonchalance that people often become more attracted to you. There's an undeniable allure in someone who is passionate about something bigger than themselves. Whether it's a career, a creative pursuit, or self-improvement, having a clear sense of purpose sends a message of stability and strength. People find it irresistible because it represents someone who isn't easily swayed by external factors, someone who isn't chasing after validation or approval. This self-sufficiency is not only admirable, but deeply magnetic. In contrast, when your focus is on them, on how others perceive you, or what you need to do to win them over, you inadvertently repel them. Neediness and desperation have the opposite effect of what you desire. People sense when you are overly focused on their approval, and this makes them pull away. Stoicism reminds us that if we live our lives constantly seeking to please others or chase after their affection, we lose sight of our own path. But when we focus on our purpose and let go of trying to control others, we attract the right people naturally, those who are drawn to our genuine strength. By investing in yourself and following your own journey, you're not just enhancing your life. You're creating an energy that will draw in people who align with your values and vision. Instead of chasing, you become the one who inspires others to follow. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom. Live in accordance with your purpose, and everything else will fall into place. 5. Authenticity is magnetic. Authenticity is one of the most powerful qualities you can possess. It's a trait that not only sets you apart from others, but also attracts the right people into your life. In a world where many wear masks, trying to conform to society's expectations, being true to yourself is a rare and valuable asset. When you are authentic, you naturally draw others toward you, not because you are trying to impress them, but because your honesty, self-assurance, and confidence shine through. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes authenticity as a core principle of living a fulfilling life. Epictetus, one of the most renowned Stoic philosophers, taught us the importance of self-honesty. He said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This profound piece of wisdom highlights that being authentic requires knowing yourself first. It involves taking time to reflect on your values, strengths, and weaknesses. Only when you are clear about who you are and what you stand for can you live in a way that is congruent with your true self. And once you achieve that congruence, others can sense it. They feel the authenticity radiating from you. Why is authenticity so magnetic? People are drawn to those who are real because authenticity creates a sense of trust. When you show up as your genuine self, without pretense or hidden agendas, others feel they can trust you. They know what to expect from you because you are consistent in your actions and words. This reliability builds strong, meaningful connections. On the other hand, people who put on a facade or constantly shift their personality to please others can come off as insincere or manipulative, which repels rather than attracts. Authenticity also liberates you from the exhausting task of constantly seeking approval. Stoic philosophy teaches us to live in accordance with our nature and not be overly concerned with how others perceive us. When you are authentic, you no longer need to chase validation. Instead, you gain a quiet confidence that stems from knowing you are enough just as you are. This confidence is compelling. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin because it gives them permission to be themselves too. Moreover, authenticity fosters deeper, more meaningful relationships. When you are true to yourself, you naturally attract people who appreciate and resonate with your realness. These relationships are based on mutual respect and understanding, rather than superficial connections built on trying to meet other people's expectations. By showing up as your authentic self, you create space for others to do the same, which can lead to genuine, long-lasting bonds. Stoicism also teaches us to remain unaffected by external judgments. As Marcus Aurelius said, "If someone despises me, that's their problem. My only concern, not doing or saying anything deserving of contempt." When you embrace your authenticity, you stop worrying about whether everyone likes or approves of you. Instead, you focus on staying true to your values, knowing that the right people will be drawn to you naturally. In conclusion, authenticity is magnetic because it reflects self-assurance, fosters trust, and builds deeper connections. It allows you to attract the right people into your life without chasing after them or seeking validation. Living authentically, as the Stoics teach, not only enriches your own life, but also has the power to draw others toward you in the most meaningful way possible. 6. Build boundaries, gain respect. Building boundaries is one of the most powerful ways to gain respect, both from others and, more importantly, from yourself. In a world that constantly pushes us to be available, agreeable, and accommodating, the act of setting firm boundaries can feel like rebellion. But in reality, it's an act of self-respect and self-care. The Stoics believed in the importance of protecting one's peace and energy, recognizing that not every person or situation is worthy of your time and attention. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "If someone despises me, that's their problem. My only concern, not doing or saying anything deserving of contempt." This quote captures the essence of what boundaries are about: acting in alignment with your values and not being concerned with how others may react to your firmness. Boundaries show others that you value yourself, that your time and energy are precious, and that you will not allow anyone to trample on them. When you set clear limits, you are sending a message. This is where I stand, and I will not compromise my principles or well-being to please you. Surprisingly, this often leads to more respect, not less. People naturally respect those who respect themselves. The more you honor your own boundaries, the more others are likely to follow suit. Think of boundaries as the invisible lines that protect your personal garden. Without them, anyone can walk in, trample your flowers, and leave a mess behind. But when you build a stone wall around your garden, you allow only those you trust to enter. Boundaries are not about isolation. They are about discerning who and what deserves access to your life. The challenge, of course, lies in setting and enforcing those boundaries. Many people fear that setting boundaries will make them appear cold, distant, or unkind. But Stoicism teaches us that kindness and firmness are not mutually exclusive. In fact, being clear about your limits is one of the kindest things you can do for both yourself and others. It removes confusion and sets clear expectations, allowing for healthier, more respectful relationships. It's important to remember that boundaries are not about controlling others. They are about controlling yourself. You can't stop someone from disrespecting you, but you can control your response. As Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When you set boundaries, you're taking control of your own actions and reactions, rather than trying to change the behavior of others. Finally, when people see that you are firm in your boundaries, they come to respect and value your time and energy more. Those who do not respect your boundaries will either adjust their behavior or gradually drift away. And this is precisely the point. Boundaries help filter out the people and situations that are not aligned with your values, leaving space only for those who truly respect and support you. In the end, building boundaries is about mastering the art of self-respect. When you value yourself enough to set clear limits, you invite others to value you too. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, standing firm in your principles regardless of how others might perceive you, and trusting that the right people will come into your life naturally drawn in by the strength and clarity that boundaries create. Remember, you don't need to chase anyone. By living in alignment with Stoic principles, you naturally draw people to you. Focus on your inner world, your strength, your purpose, and the right people will come into your life effortlessly. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mindful Stoicism for more insights on living a life of strength, peace, and purpose.